it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Hey, the blues is hot.
9:05 with Jersey Joe on the radio with Frankie Five Burrows, Al Gattulo, and Debbie Duhaime. Great to have you with us on this Tuesday on AM970theanswer.com, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Alan Dershowitz is a Harvard law professor, prominent legal scholar, best-selling author. He allows me to call him Avi, so it is with great privilege that I bring Avi Dershowitz to the airways. Alan, thank you for taking the time and joining us quickly this morning, sir.
Well, thank you. I only let you call me Avi if you mention my book, Trumped Up, Why the Criminalization of Political Differences Endangers Democracy. Otherwise, if you don't mention my book, I'm going to make you call me Alan.
Trumped Up is the book. Professor, what did you think of Bibi Netanyahu's speech yesterday, sir?
I thought it was quite dramatic in a lot of ways. First, it told the world that Israel knows what's going on inside of Iran's nuclear weapons program, that Iran really doesn't have very many secrets that Israel can't get access to. How they got into that facility and was able to take that material, I don't know, but it was a brilliant coup. The other thing is, remember that Iran, as part of the deal in the prologue, Iran says, Iran reaffirms that it will never, under any circumstances, seek to acquire or develop nuclear weapons. That's the prologue. The entire deal, therefore, is based on a complete fabrication, a complete lie. They continue to try to develop nuclear weapons. You know, many of the Western intelligence services have said, ho-hum, we knew that all the time. Yeah. Well, you may have known it, but you didn't tell your public that when you signed the deal. What Netanyahu was doing is forcing you to face your public with the reality that you signed a deal knowing that Iran was going to use it not as a red light, but as a green light in 7 years to spin centrifuges that would allow them to develop a major nuclear arsenal, which they are committed to doing.
Was there anything in that Israeli intel, Professor, that we didn't previously know?
Oh, of course. Of course. We knew that they had a program earlier and that they stopped the program. We didn't know that they had the same people working to try to circumvent the deal, working on a new nuclear program now, that their goal is in 7 years to have enough centrifuges so as to be able to develop and make a nuclear bomb within a month quietly without anybody knowing about it below the radar. And we now know that, and the American public knows it. And President Trump knows that the American public knows it. And, you know, the supporters of the deal are trying to ho-hum the deal by saying, well, we knew all of this. No, that's not true. We didn't know all of it. And by the way, we didn't have the documentation to prove it.
And how would you, and Professor, appreciate your valuable time, and we'll let you go. But, Professor, what do you tell President Trump? Where does he go from here with this information, sir? We lost him. Dang, we lost him. See, you know why we lost him? Because we were talking about technical failures.
I'll do his voice and tell you exactly. I would tell President Trump, exercise every day.
Thank you.
Wash your hands always.
Jim Meskimen standing by. The great impression that Jim Meskimen here doing is Alan Dershowitz. Make sure you call the... We were just talking. You know what that was? We made fun of the technical failures of the 21st century. Someone's watching. Yeah, I heard some things. De Niro. I heard some things. I heard some things. Hey, what are you looking at? Huh? You're very smart. You're very smart. You're very smart, Joey. You're very smart. Yeah, man.
Never got me down, Ray. Never got me down.
I love it. So, Professor Dershowitz, thank you. Could you call or Alan? Reach out to Alan, please. Yeah, and then because I didn't know about this. The Israeli intel. Did we have it? Did we not have it? What was going on? Avi knows best, and we will. Can we grab him I just want to say goodbye to him because he was kind enough to join us 9 minutes after 9 o'clock. Then we're going to go to the great Jim Meskimen. You don't want to miss dueling De Niro's here, which ticks off all the conservatives. Avi, I'm sorry we lost you there. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got it. This is kind of a technical nightmare on the show, but at least we're still we're streaming live on YouTube and on Facebook. You got to see how great.
See, this is why I'm glad we're on video, so the whole world can see.
What would George Washington say, Jim?
All got places to go. All got places to go.
I mean, it takes 3 seconds. Put him on hold. We're going to put you right back on.
My most fun of doing the show is getting Al here. Did you see him standing up? Doing he would have stopped a freight train, but on the other side of the glass, everybody's going,
Big man with a horn.
This is him in a good mood because you're here.
He'd be throwing stuff.
Typical day.
Now we're okay. Here we go.
What do we got?
Yeah, no, we have him back.
Oh wait. Professor, you back? I'm sorry about that.
I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Oh, it's what you know. What's the Gremlins?
Damn Iranians. They don't want me to be talking about this.
It's so true, Alan. You're so kind, Avi. And before we let you go, how would you just circle back, going back to this intel that is the Israeli intel? How did they get that intel? We don't know how they got in there, do we?
No, but they have people on the ground, and the United States has much better satellite intelligence in the sky, but Israel has the best on the ground intelligence.
Wow.
And they turn people, and the Mossad is expert at getting this. Normally they just get information, but how they got the actual CDs and the actual books is absolutely remarkable to me, and I'm sure they're going to be circulating them around Western intelligence to be able to make their case. Now, what President Trump will do, I don't know. I hope what he does is try to do it to get a new deal, a better deal, a deal with no sunset provisions, and a deal with better inspection, particularly of the military facility buried under the mountain.
Yeah, well, we know the president tweets out how much he admires you, Alan Dershowitz, so hopefully he's listening or he'll pick up a tweet this morning. Avi, listen, if you want to go to Staten Island, I have my special songs for you. No pressure, sir. But
love to hear it. Tell me when it is.
May 18th, Lorenzo's. We have a seat for you, sir, for you and your significant, your beautiful lady. But
my beautiful wife.
We're running down, per your request, My Way, a song I don't generally do.
I cannot wait to hear you sing My Way. It's on my calendar.
Okay.
Thank you.
Avi, we love you and appreciate it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Everybody knows this guy. Now, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.